A big thanks to Napoleon Grills for sponsoring this episode.
I know you want it. I really do. I know you want the perfect sear mark. I know you want to beat the neighbor. Hey man, look at me. I got the most beautiful sear marks on the block. This is my block party. I nailed it. I'm the king of sear marks here. That's what you want to say. So, what do? You go out to the store and you get yourself a grill. And then you get a standard grill and you get something like this. That's kind of a disappointing thing because this grill grate is not going to give you any sear marks. This grill grate is going to give you a perfectly even cooked steak with a nice crust, which is totally fine. It has a lot of flavor, but if you're the guy and you want to beat that neighbor on his sear marks, you got to step it up. So, Napoleon has a kettle grill, and in the Pro version they got this beautiful cast iron and it's so heavy, a cast iron grill grate. Look at it, what a monster. This thing is super heavy. You got that cast iron grill grate. On top, sadly, it's a little thin, but I got a trick. You just turn it around and you got this beautiful heavy cast iron on the bottom. And what this cast iron does is soak up all of the energy in the fire, and once you put your cold steak on it, it releases all of that energy into the steak, burning beautiful sear marks in your steak. That's why these things are freaking awesome, and that's why I love this grill grate. But I got a trick. I got a cheat code. For all you gamers out there, I'm giving you the secret to the perfect sear mark.
So this is a cheat code?
This is the cheat code. This is like the hack. This is not a virtual hack, this is a real life hack. But you like sear marks, it's like a thing.
I can only compare it to one thing only. That's that I like milk in a glass more than a cup. And that's basically the same thing. Does it bring anything to the steak? What's your opinion? I mean, you're the expert.
For me, as an expert, I'm thinking about flavor. So sear marks are like something visually and they add flavor, but you can have like a cast iron plate and have like one big sear mark. And so for me, that's the main thing about flavor.
The only difference is, well, it's actually less flavor maybe, because it's a pattern. So, but what's the cheat code aspect of this compared to this?
Well, that's a cast iron grill grate. What this does is like it has a straight stripes, and what it does is like it holds the flames back, so flames can pass through it. Well, they can, but just like little flames, not like flare-ups.
Yeah.
So if you're grilling your steak, you're never going to have that big flare-up onto your steak, and so it's basically protecting the heat from the fire.
Yeah.
And it's giving you the heat through these stripes, like through these pieces of metal.
So do you think this would work the same as a cast iron grill grate? Would it produce the same kind of heat?
Yes and no.
And that's why it's a cheat.
It's a cheat. It's not the same thing. You can actually melt these down. I think we should like just put it on the grill and then we'll see.
Let's talk about the steak then. It's a T-bone.
Hey,
I'm getting better at this.
what else do you see?
It has great marbling.
Intramuscular fat.
It's not a Wagyu.
It's not a Wagyu.
I think it's Black Angus.
That's right.
Yeah?
Yes.
Seriously?
And it's at least 100 days grain fed.
Is it dry aged?
And it's not dry aged.
This is a good steak to try this on.
This is definitely a perfect steak to try this method on. The only thing that could screw things up is the bone in the middle, which will not allow the meat to touch the grill grate properly.
Let's get started.
How does it work? Ooh, well, that's nice. Interlock. The Napoleon grill is fully lit up, and the first thing that we need to do is create a barrier that's going to block the radiation heat while we let our steak come up to temperature. So I'm using a block of wood and I'm going to place it in the grill. There we go. Now I'm going to put the grill grates in and I'm going to lower them to a low position. And now I've created a direct zone and an indirect zone. Of course, I gotta make sure that I get my temperatures right, so I'm gonna place a thermometer into my steak from the top to the bottom. There we go. I'm going to set it over indirect heat. The bone of the T-bone is directed towards the fire. That way, the bone is also absorbing the heat and the meat is protected so it can come up to temperature slowly without any heavy aggressive heat. So that's the trick here. We're going to let it go nice and slow. I reached the desired core temperature of our steak, 52 degrees Celsius. Now I'm going to take it off. We got a beautiful dark red color from the smoke and the smoke wood. And look at that fat, turned nice and yellow from the smoke. This thing is an absolute beauty. Let's get it off the grill. Look at that. That is a beautiful looking steak. Of course, you can eat it right now, but of course, it doesn't have what we're looking for. It doesn't have that X factor. Look, it's missing something. Clearly, you want more. You want it to look like a proper steak. And that means sear marks. I'm taking out the smoke wood because we don't need it anymore. Now I'm going to make sure that all that charcoal is sitting in the right position, just a little bit more to the center. There we go. Then I'm going to put in the grill grate. Now I can put in these grill grates, the magic stuff, the cheat code. This is going to give us our sear marks. There we go, directly over the hot coals. So while we wait for our steak to rest, our grill grates can get up to temperature. I'm so curious, if this works, Morrison, we unlock the secret. We're giving you guys the cheat code to the perfect sear marks. Oh, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, you might want to do so. You know, we're giving you cheat codes. Subscribe to the channel because the next video, it's going to be even better. It's going to be awesome, right, Morrison? See? Morrison knows. Like with any grill grate, of course, we got to season it. Got to make sure that we make it non-stick. So I'm using a little bit of oil. And you can instantly see that it changes color and it's building up that coating that you need to make this grill grate non-stick. I'm sitting down for this because we're going to do live grilling, and of course I'm a bit tall. If we could make that grills this tall, Morrison, then we would I could be in the same shot. Like this, you don't see the grill. Let's go. Of course I'm going to make sure I get full contact. There we go. By putting some weight on the steak, I'm making sure that I'm getting full contact with that grill grate, which in return is going to give me maximum sear marks on the steak. We have around 30 seconds of contact with that grill grate. Let's take a look. What does that look like? Does that look like sear marks? That looks like sear marks. Of course, we want to get that nice diamond shape, so I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. There we go. And again, full contact. All right, moment of truth. Let's take a look. Wow, look at those sear marks. That's just insane. I'm gonna put this steak back on the grill to grill the other side, but I want a different spot because here most of the heat's now gone. So I'm choosing a new spot. A lot of new energy ready to take on that steak. Look at our steak. Look at the sear marks that we built up. What an absolute beauty. This thing is mesmerizing. Now I totally get the appeal of the sear marks. It looks so good. It really looks like a picture perfect seared steak. How do you like your sear marks?
They look beautiful.
Aren't these the most beautiful sear marks?
This is like in the movies. It was something
Like a real
that.
steak.
Yeah.
It felt like authentic.
Yeah.
Because it's a steak steak.
But the weird thing is, it's not really. It doesn't really make it more authentic. A steak is a steak, right?
But now to the question: did we cheat? Did I cheat, or is it like?
I don't see this as cheating.
Is it a hack?
I don't see it as cheating.
Yeah, but this is a grate on top of a grate. So
Yeah.
you really need like a special tool to make these sear marks. You can't get them like this unless you have that tool.
Yeah, but the grate is great. It's a cool trick. Is it necessary? No. But it makes a steak really awesome. In a restaurant, I would be really happy.
This knife is so sharp. It always scares me a little bit with this knife. I just sharpened it, but I don't want to cut my fingers again. That is a nice steak.
Yeah.
That is a
definitely
good looking steak. There we go. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers to Searmarks. That's a good steak.
So now maybe a lot of people expect me to say, wow, the grill marks really did its thing. Grill marks don't make your steak better, but it's like a glass of milk. Because in my mind, it's definitely more manly now.
It's now a real steak, a Donald Duck steak.
Yeah.
You just like put in like the extra effort to make it even more beautiful. Oh yes, you want that bone, don't you? There you go, little girl. This is an awesome steak. Big thumbs up for the grill grate.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you want to find out more about it, we have a description on our website about it.
Yeah.
So the link's down below. And yeah, you can use it on your Napoleon grill, as you saw.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then leave us a big thumbs up. Let us know what you think about the grill marks. Let us know what you think about the grill grates. Love to hear about it. Hope to see you guys next time. Big thank you to patrons and the YouTube members. See you guys next time. Until then,
Eet smakelijk.
and keep on grilling.